Hello students, today we are going to start the section formula of coordinate geometry. If suppose we have 2 points, that is P and Q. If P and Q are the 2 points and if we join them, suppose there is a one point that is R. Yes, the coordinate of P point is x1, y1 and the coordinates of the point Q is x2, y2. And if there is a point R which divides this line segment of PQ in two ratio. Yes, it could be 2:1, it could be 3:1, 3:2, 4:5 in either of the ratio, or we can say in sections. So we are going to use the section formula to find out the ratio divided by the point R having coordinate x, y. Yes, if the 2 points are given to us. So how we can derive the formula, and we can use that formula to find the given quotients. So I have a graph. Yes. Now suppose these are the points P and Q having coordinates x1, y1 for P and x2, y2 for Q. Here is the point R having coordinates x, y, which divides this PQ in the ratio m:n. See, PR is equal to m and RQ is equal to n. Yes, I repeat, PR is equal to m and RQ is equal to n. So R, having coordinates xy, divides this PQ in the ratio m:n. Yes, so if suppose we need to find out the value of the coordinates, that is the value of x and y, we will use that section formula, either this, or if the coordinates are given to us and we need to find out the ratio, we also use that section formula. So this is the application of the section formula for this class 10. Using this section formula, we can find out the coordinates as well as the ratio. So what we have to do, this line segment PQ is given to us only and the point R is given to us. I represent on the graph here, and few constructions we need to do here. So what I have done, yes, on the x-axis we have drawn a perpendicular from the point P. Yes, it intersects the x-axis at point L. Yes, from R also I have make a perpendicular on the x-axis, that is M. From Q also we will do the perpendicular. We will draw the perpendicular on the x-axis, that is will join or intersect x-axis at N point. Yes, again we will draw a perpendicular from P point on RM. Yes, it intersect at S. Yes, and from Q also, from R also again a perpendicular, that is RT. This is RT on QN. Yes, now we have got the two triangles. Yes, so what we are going to do, we are using these two right triangles to derive our section formula. Yes, so first of all, before to derive the formula, we should know the values of few things. Just like here we can see PS. This PS is equal to LM. Yes, and RT is equal to MN. Yes, now what will be the value of LM? See here, PS is equal to LM. So see, this is the coordinate x here. If we see the abscissa of both the points, that is P and R, this is x, means M is x, and this is x1. To find the value of LM, it will be x minus x1. Yes, and to find out the value of RT, yes, this is the coordinate, that is n here, that is equal to mn, x2, here x2, yes, this is, and here m is x1. So the value of mn will be x2 minus x. Yes. Now come to rs. Since we are using this triangle PRS and RQT, so we need to find out the values of this. So rs, see rs, this is the y coordinate, yes, and this one is the y1, yes. So the value of rs will be y minus y1, since PL is equal to SM. So the value of rs will be y minus y1, this one, y minus y1 here. Yes, same for QT, we will find out the here the coordinate or is y2, or ordinate is y2 here for the point Q, and for here this t, that is the y here. So to find out the value of QT, y2 minus y. Yes, so here we can see that the point R is divide this PQ line segment internally. Since why I am telling you this? Because we will derive a formula for the point that will divide the line segment in externally also. Yes, so first of all we are doing for the internally. Yes, so now we have find out these things. The value of PS, RS, RT and QT. Here it is. Yes, so these are the values. Yes, now we are going to use these two triangles to find out the section formula. Yes. Now, see, here taking triangle PRS and triangle RQT. See, the angle the inclination of the line segment PQ to the line SPS is same as the, we can say the inclination is the same here for on the RT also. So this angle is equal to this angle. Yes, and we know that this is perpendicular, so these two angles are 90 degree. Hence, so by AS similarity rule, we can say that triangle PRS is similar to triangle RQT. So their sides will be also proportional to each other. Yes, by the similarity of the triangle, when the two triangles are similar, so their sides will be definitely proportional to each other. It means we can write PR upon RQ is equal to PS upon RT, that is also equal to RS upon QT. Yes. Now, just see the value of PR and RQ. Yes, PR is M. Yes, suppose we can, here we are just representing the M, the ratio M and N is the simple ratio that we are representing by M and N. We can use K is to 1 or any other alphabet we can choose. Yes. Now, M upon N, that is equal to PS. PS we have already find out the value, that is X minus X1 upon RT, that is this one RT, X2 minus X, that is equal to RS, that is Y minus Y1 upon QT, that is Y2 minus Y. Here see it this. So now we have find out these two things. So first of all we will equate this one, then we will equate this one. So for M upon N is equal to X minus X1 upon X2 minus X, by cross multiplication x2 minus mx is equal to nx minus nx1. So I am taking this mx2, nx1 to this side and mx to right hand side. So mx2 plus nx1 is equal to nx plus mx. We are taking common here. So we have got mx2 plus nx1 is equal to m plus n x common, or we can say that x is equal to mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. Yes, so this is the value of x coordinate of the point R. Yes, here this is the value of x coordinate. So how we can use this? We can use this if we want to find out the x coordinate when the ratio are given to us, either this, or if the coordinate abscissa we know and we need to find out the value of m or n. So this is the x coordinate. Let's find out the value of y. So what we will do here, now we will equate m upon n is equal to y minus y1 upon y2 minus y. Again cross multiplication. So my2 minus my is equal to ny minus ny1. Yes, now again we will take this to the right hand side and we will get my2 plus ny1 is equal to ny plus my, or we can say that my2 plus ny1 is equal to, y will take common m plus n, or the value of y will be equal to my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. So this is the value of y ordinate. Yes, so when we need to find out the value of x or y, we can use this. Yes, here this is the value of x and this is the value of y when we need to find out the coordinates. Either the coordinates are given to us or the ratio is given to us. So this is the thing that when we have, see here, this when the point is divided the line internally. Yes, so this is the formula. This is the value of x and this is the value of y. So when it divides internally, we can say that these are the coordinates, mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, comma my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n, when the point divides the line segment in the internally. Yes, so let's find out for the externally. Now here again we have 2 points P and Q. Again the coordinates of the P is x1 and y1. Of course these are the variables, the value could be vary. Yes, and Q having the coordinates x2 and y2. Here the R point, that is xy, that divide, it is not dividing, but if the ratio is given to us to you for the point for PR upon QR. Yes, when suppose there is a point that is collinear with this PQ, yes, and if the ratio is given to you, or you need to find out the ratio and the coordinates are given to us, then we use that when the R is a point externally to the line segment PQ. Here R having the coordinates x comma y. Yes, now here PR is equal to m and QR is equal to n. Yes, now we need to find out the section formula for when the points is given externally. Again, we will draw a perpendicular from P point, yes, that is PL, from Q point, that is QM, from R point, that is RN. Again, we will draw a perpendicular on RN from P point, that is PS. Yes, and from Q point, that is QT. Yes, clear? Now, we have two triangles again, that is PRS and QRT. Yes, QRT, this one, this smaller triangle. And here the bigger one, PRS. Yes, again we need to find out, first of all, to make them similar, to prove them similar. First of all, let's find out the value of PS. PS, again, this is the X and this is X1. So it will equal to ln. So the value of PS will be X minus, see here, X minus X1. This, when we subtract this from this, suppose this is the O point, when we subtract ON minus OL, we will get LN. So that is equal to PS, and here the value is X minus X1. Now for QT, see this here, QT, X minus X2, X minus X2. I hope it is clear. X here, this is the value, complete value is X, and this is the OM is X2. So when we subtract this one, this value, this one, we will get this Mn, that is equal to QT, and here we will get X minus X2. Same goes for this one. So sorry, RS, because we are taking this complete triangle RS, so the value of RS will be Y here, Y minus Y1. Here Y minus Y1 means Sn, we need RS, to Rn minus Sn, that is equal to PL, or that is equal to Y1. So we have got Y minus Y1, and RT is equal to Y minus this one Y2, this one this QM. So to find out RT, Rn minus QM. Yes, so we have got this Y minus Y2. So these are the few values that we are going to use. Yes. Now, taking triangle PRS and triangle PRS and QRT. Yes. Now what we can see, the CQRT and PRS, this complete big triangle. Again we can see that this inclination of the line segment on the PS and the QT is same. So this angle is equal to this angle, and this is 90 degree and this is 90 degree. So hence triangle PRS is similar to triangle QRT by AA similarity rule. Yes, when the two angles are equal, so definitely the third angle will be equal by the angle sum property. Now, since these two triangles are similar, so their sides must be proportional to each other. So hence we can say that we will find out PR upon QR is equal to PS upon QT is equal to RS upon RT. Yes. Now PR, this is completely M, and QR, this is N, is equal to PS, that is X minus X1 upon QT, that is X minus X2, that is equal to again RS, that is equal to Y minus Y1 upon RT, that is equal to Y minus Y2. We already find out here. Yes. Now again we will do the same thing. First of all, to find out the x coordinate, we will take this one. We will equate with this, where m upon n is equal to x minus x1 upon x minus x2. Again we will do the cross multiplication here. Yes. So mx minus mx2 is equal to nx minus nx1. So we will take this to this side and this one to this side. Mx minus nx is equal to mx2 to right hand side. So mx2 minus nx1, it will become, here it is negative, it will become positive here. X we will take common and we have got m minus n, that is equal to mx2 minus nx1. So x is equal to mx2 minus nx1 upon m minus n. Here, so what we can see here, see this is the x coordinate when the point is given externally. Yes, to find out the y coordinate, we will equate this m upon n is equal to y minus y1. M upon n is equal to y minus y1 upon y minus y2 here. Yes, now I am equating this. So again we will do the cross multiplication. So we will get, by cross multiplication, we will get y is equal to my2 minus ny1 upon m minus n, by doing cross multiplication, because we have already done this so many times, so I am writing here directly. So what we can see, the difference, yes, the major difference, when it divides internally, it will, this minus sign in both the cases, for the x as well as for the y, it become positive. But when the ratio is given for the complete to the one part of the line segment, when the point is given externally, this becomes, see here, this become negative. Yes, so here the sign will come negative. So we have got, studied about the 2 points. When the point is given in the between the line segment, it divides the in between the ratio, either this, and when the point given to the line segment, it is externally, it given a ratio, or we can say these 3 points are collinear, and we have given the ratio to the complete line to segment to the one part. So we have got the two section formula for the point when it is given internally as well as for when it is given externally. So these are the 2 points, these are the coordinates, this is for x, this is for y. Here we will use this section formula for when the point is given internally, it divides, or we can say coordinates of the point pxy, which divides the line segment joining the points A, and here we have here taken P and Q, but it is the alphabet only. We can say whatever the points are given, AX1, Y1, the coordinates x2 and Y2, when the coordinates are x1 and y. Internally in the ratio m is to n, the coordinates will be mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n, my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. And when it is externally, it is mx2 minus nx1, m minus n, my2 minus ny1 upon m minus n. Now you can see the major difference between this is when externally, here the negative sign is there, otherwise it is a positive sign. So easily, if the coordinates, the values of x1, x2 is given to us, and we need to find out the, suppose the coordinate x is given to us, if we find out the ratio, we can find out by using this formula. If the ratio is given, we need to find out the coordinate, it's a vice versa. Now these are the things when the point that is given, it is the point when it is given to us that is divided the line segment in the ratio. But suppose we have a point P and Q, x1 y1 x2 comma y2, and we have a point R having the coordinate x comma y. Yes, but the ratio, this is the, it is dividing the line segment into 1:1. 1:1 means PR is equal to RQ. It is given. Yes, or we can say it is a midpoint. R is a midpoint of PQ, and we need to find out the x, y. Yes, so as we know that, here is the value section formula, but the value of M and N is 1 and 1. Yes, because it divides the line segment in 1 and 1:1 ratio. Yes, so by using the formula, what we will get? See, we have mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. Yes, and my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. Yes, we have this section formula when the point is internally. Yes, and here it is dividing, it is in the midpoint, or here if it is in the midpoint, definitely it is dividing the line segment 1:1. So let's put the value of here, it means the value of m is 1 and the value of n is also 1. So let's put the value. So we will get, when m is 1, n is 1, so we have got x2 plus x1 upon 2 m plus n, that is 1 plus 1, comma again y2 plus n is again 1, y1 upon m plus n, that is 1 plus 1, that is 2. So this is called midpoint formula. Midpoint formula. So this is the midpoint formula when it is, the point is dividing the given line segment in the middle of the, yes, so this is the midpoint. If it is given, the any point is dividing the line segment in between in the midpoint, so we can easily find by using x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y2 plus y1, or we can, here I am writing x2 plus x1, you can write that we can write x1 plus x2 upon 2 and y1 plus y2 upon 2. Yes, so this is the midpoint formula. Yes, thank you students.